Good afternoon. This is the second unit, or the second topic in the unit of financial literacy, and this is the topic of compound interest. Compound interest is the interest that is added not only to the principal, the beginning amount of a loan or savings account, but also to the interest already added to the loan or account, interest paid on interest. So this is compound interest. This will have some of the same variables as simple interest. It will also have a couple of different variables. So the formula for compound interest, the compound interest formula is A equals P times 1 plus R to the T. And notice that the T is an exponent. On simple interest, the T was a multiplier. On compound interest, the T is an exponent. That is going to be a huge difference. Going through the discussion of what the specific things to know about the formula. A is the amount of money in the bank account, which includes the principal and the interest. A can be thought of as all. So A is everything in my bank at the end of my savings account. P is still the money amount, and so in the word problem, it is most likely to be the value with the dollar sign. R is the rate. The rate is given to you as a percentage, so you must convert the percentage to a decimal. There are two ways to do that. Multiply the percentage by 0.01, or you can divide by the percentage by 100. Both works. T is the time. You learned in science, T usually represents time. This is the same thing. In this formula, it is years. So if a month value is given, you must divide it by 12 to find the number of years. Notice T in this format is an exponent. Again, that's a huge thing. Okay, we are straight on to the example problems. Marcus deposited $3,000 into an account that earns 4.5%. Compounded interest annually. That compounded is what's going to tell you which formula to use. Determine the total account balance after 6 years. There's your time. And okay, and so we are getting two verbs here. We are doing the total account balance and how much interest. So we have two verbs to do. So this has two problems. So the formula is A equals, oops, sorry about that. Maybe a little bit neater on this. A equals P times 1 plus R to the T. So first we're going to find out the total account balance, the all. So this is our unknown. So this is our unknown. That's a question mark. The principal, again, is the money. So this is the 3,000. The R is 4.5. Again, I'm going to do it as 4.5. Don't forget I have to convert it to a decimal, so I'm going to multiply by 0.01. And when I plug my numbers into the formula, this is going to be 0.045. And my time, 6 years. So there's my 6 years. There's my 6 years. My numbers in formula, so when I work at this, I'm going to take my 3,000. I'm going to take my 3,000. And I'm going to multiply it by, that's my principal, 1 plus 0.045, and then my exponent is 6. in simple interest, it's multiplied out here. There's other differences in this formula, but this is a huge difference. And when you do that, you get $3,906.78. Ooh, decimals are hard to draw. 78 cents. Now this right here is all of it. Okay, so when I go to the bank after waiting 6 years after I deposited my money, they go, hey, your balance is $3,906.78. And it's like, oh, wow. So by me setting my money, $3,000, and walking away for 6 years, it gained interest that entire time. And so what it is the interest that I earned is the all of it minus the 3,000. And so my interest that I earned was $906.78. So how much was the total balance? $3,906.78. How much interest? It was after the 6 years, $906.78. So then the next part is so we are next example, Garrison deposited $500 in an account that earns 3% interest, compounded annually. How much interest the account will earn after 6 years? So let's see what we're looking at. Garrison deposited, there's the $500. Here's my interest. 6 years again. Okay, how much interest? Now this A is all. So we don't want the all. This is our verb right here. So last time I actually did it in blue. Let me do it in blue again. And I want my interest. And so I want this, not my all. This is going to calculate the all, and then I'm going to have to subtract the 500. So my formula is A equals P times 1 plus R to the T. That is, I don't know. I'm going to need to calculate that first, and then I'm going to have to do another calculation to get the interest. My principal is the money that I deposited. Hey, I walk into the bank, I hand them $500. My rate is 3%. I have to take my 3, I have to multiply it by 0.01. That becomes 0.03 in my formula, and my time is 6 years. So all of what is going to be in the bank at the end of 6 years is the 500 times 1 plus 0.03, and that was for a time period of 6 years. And so my balance when I walk in after 6 years is $597.03. Okay, so that's, I walked in the bank, I put $500 in, I wanted compounded annually. When I compounded annually, at the end of the 6 years, I walk back into the bank, I have that much money. That means that's the 500. So it's the 597, which is the all, minus the initial deposit, which is the 500, and that gives me interest of $97.03. Our last example, an investment of $4,000 earns 2% interest compounded annually, will be the value investment in 7 years. So again, here's my money, here's my percentage, 7 years, and compounded annually. Compounded annually. So what will be the value of the investment? I'm looking actually for the account balance this time. So the final answer is my account balance. My A, I don't know. I don't know what's going to be in my account in 7 years. I do know that if it's multiple choice, I do know that it's going to be more than $4,000. My principal is my $4,000. That is a comma. Kind of hard to see. There we go. The rate, 2. Can't use 2. That's a common mistake. I have to multiply it by 0.01. And in my formula, I have to use 0.02. I cannot use that 2. And my time, instead of 6 years, this time is 7 years. So when I walk back into the bank after 7 years, my $4,000 times 1 plus my rate for the 7 years. And that is slight pause, 4,000 times 4,594.74. And when it says what will be the value of the investment, that's the value of my investment. If it did ask what the interest is, the interest would be $594.74. And I got that from taking the everything, or the all, minus the 4,000, gives me just what my interest was that was paid on that.